Welcome to Utah Stories Top 5, where we scour all of the top headlines of the day and sift through all the spinning clutter and present to you the most pressing and important headlines, saving you countless hours. I'm your host for today, Allegra Zukowitz, and on today's Top 5, we have SLC Vintage Crawl, storytelling event at Shades, 2 dogs missing for 11 days were reunited with Ogden Family. What is Ogden's beer scene like, and will we have access to Millcreek Canyon? But before we get to our headlines, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. And today's episode is brought to you by Utah Stories Magazine. All right, let's dive into our first headline and story. SLC Vintage Crawl. Today and tomorrow, April 5th and 6th, there's a vintage crawl going on in Salt Lake City. All you have to do is go to the vintage stores Anata Vintage, Copper High Vintage, Strawberry Mansion, Oliver and Princess Natasha, The Simple Nest, Unhinged, and the Village Vintage Interiors. Visit each shop and get a stamp, then at the end of the crawl, you will be entered in a giveaway. Alrighty, moving on to story number 2, storytelling event at Shades. Utah Stories is inviting you to a storytelling competition at Shades Brewing Tap Room on April 10th from 7 to 9 p.m. You will have 3 minutes to share your story. The best story will win $100 cash. The runner-ups will win $50 gift cards to Roost Diner and Cafe Molise, concert tickets to the Stateroom, and $20 gift cards to Ruby Snap. The best stories will be covered in the next issues of Utah Stories or on the podcast. Alrighty, moving on to story number 3, 2 dogs missing for 11 days were reunited with Ogden Family. According to KSL, 2 Dobermans were missing for 11 days and were reunited with their Ogden family. The Dobermans caught the attention of hundreds on social media. On Easter morning, the dogs were found. Go to KSL to read more on that story. Alrighty, moving on to story number 4. What is Ogden's beer scene like? Historic 25th Street buzzes with festivals and gatherings year-round, reflecting Ogden's spirit of hard work and adventure. Breweries like Roosters Brewing Co., with its eclectic music events and beer pairings, and Slackwater Pub and Pizzeria, offering live music along with artisan pizza and a vast beer selection, really show you Ogden's community spirit. To read more on that story, go to utahstories.com to learn more about the beer scene in Ogden. Alrighty, moving on to story number 5. Will we have access to Millcreek Canyon? The Federal Highway Administration, Salt Lake County, and other agencies propose widening Millcreek Canyon Road from the Wintergate parking area to the Upper Big Water Trailhead, with construction slated for May 2025, potentially limiting access during the 2-year construction period due to safety concerns and cost considerations, according to the Salt Lake Tribune. Despite concerns raised by groups like Save Our Canyons about ecosystem impacts and alternatives to payment, supporters argue that the project aims to address safety and accommodate growing canyon usage. While the proposal is open for public review until April 5th, comments on the project design are no longer accepted, but operational changes such as shuttle options are being considered. Please comment down below what you think about not having access to Millcreek Canyon anymore. Alrighty, thank you so much for joining me today. Remember, if you like this content and you want to engage to a greater degree with your local community, go out and subscribe to either Utah Stories print magazine or a free digital newsletter. From utahstories.com, you can subscribe to our newsletter that offers all the stories that we are covering in-house. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.